You ready for this?
Yeah, is mine coming in nice and clear?
Hey, you're coming in nice and clear.
Absolutely.
And just so you know, I'm not scared of the rain.
Is there a way for me to turn my cans down?
Yeah, of course it is. Hey, cans. Is that turning it down?
No, I think it's getting a little bit louder, sorry.
How about that? How about that? How about that?
Can you turn it down a little bit more?
God, I'd love to. How about that? How about that? That's mine. How about that? How about that? How about that?
Yeah, that's turned it down. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Is that nice?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice when a guest wants to turn me down. Can you turn yourself off? Is that possible?
Well, I was sort of planning a
That's
monologue.
a bit rude. Oh, you've got a monologue. Oh, great. Very White Lotus this week.
Yeah, I've not seen White Lotus. But,
What shows have you seen? Name them.
Simpsons.
Yeah, we can talk about that
the
if
news.
you want. Sims,
the news.
all of it.
Yeah, I've seen the news. Yeah, sorry for
Seen
episode
most
one.
of it.
I started
I
episode
taped them.
1 and trying to catch up.
I taped them and they're called the olds then. Hey, that's a joke of mine. You can't have that. Hey, you're going to go through the whole comedy festival
Yeah,
guide?
do you want me to go through
yeah,
one
that'd
by
be
one?
great, actually.
Starting with it, sure, I'll skip the
You can read
ads.
the whole thing because we're recording this exactly a week before the Melbourne International Comedy Festival comes out.
Yes, 100%.
100.
That's right.
Hundo.
That's right. The Comedy Festival Gala.
Melbourne International
Comedy Festival
Beg your
Gala
pardon. Yeah.
in support of Oxfam was
Yes.
recorded last
And
night.
how did you go? Was it a wonderful experience?
It was. It's a shame I don't agree with the charity Oxfam.
You never have.
Yeah, never have.
You demand to get paid, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I want the full fee. I want none of it to go to Oxfam. They give you some fair trade coffee, and I throw it back in there.
You threw it out?
Well, it's interesting. I mean, it is
Give
nice.
that to the kids. That's what I say.
They donate a portion of your fee to Oxfam, and then
And you're $1,000 a minute?
yeah. And then I go over, so they have to pay me more as well. So I run the clock. Yeah.
I'm just taking notes if you don't mind.
Even if they cut it all out, they will still pay you.
Yes, you will still pay me.
Yes, but they donate a portion of your fee to Oxfam, and then backstage you get given some fair trade coffee from Oxfam. So in effect, I've just bought the most expensive coffee of my life.
You like to work for coffee, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I do. I'm a bean counter.
You don't get drink tokens. You get coffee tokens.
I get coffee tokens.
You get a full stamped card. That's all you get.
I say, can I exchange this for about $5? I'm going to run down to the cafe
really quickly. It's so hard that gigs are so late at night. There's hardly any cafes open. I need to run down to the cafe.
I'm going to be a while. I'm going to be a while.
Hey. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole? Here to answer, that's the introduction. Here to answer those questions and so much less, I'm joined by an expert in identifying asshole behaviour, the wonderful, the gorgeous, my best friend, Ray O'Leary. Welcome.
Oh, thank you so much.
How's it feel to be called my best friend?
A round of applause. Yeah.
One round.
Wow, that's
from
amazing.
one person.
That's amazing. Yeah, but it's 100% success rate.
And it really is. Amazing. You've really killed in front of this crowd tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. No, I don't mind being called your best friend because I assumed that I was your only friend. And
That's actually true.
I was like, by default.
Remember when we had drinks that night in North Melbourne?
I remember.
When you first moved to Melbourne? Or
and I was desperate for
you were desperate at that time. Now we don't see each other anymore.
I've met other people.
Those were nicer times for me.
I don't need you.
Worse for you. They were the worst of times and best of times for me. But you got sat next to by a new friend that you made, a very drunk man that continued to talk to you for the longest time.
And why do you think I haven't seen you? Because
that was my mate.
Their friendship has blossomed.
Oh, wow. So you're best friends with that random person now. And for people that don't know as well, your landlord died.
Yes,
so sorry to hear about that. There's a lot going on for you at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, my landlord's died, and I made a friend a few months ago.
Have you got some coffee?
Yeah, I got some coffee.
You got some coffee.
So yeah,
things are going okay.
If anyone wants some, please message in.
Yeah.
Contact Sammy, and I will send you a portion of the coffee.
But you don't get back to me, so it's going to be a very long, drawn-out process. Now, you are doing the Melbourne International Comedy Festival next week. Yes. You're also going to lots of other places as well. So tell us about your show this year.
Yes. I'll be going to Gold Coast, Canberra, Sydney, Brisbane, Auckland, Wellington.
All as part of the Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
Melbourne's a lot bigger than I realised. Yes, I'm bringing my new show, Laughter, I Hardly Know Her.
It's a great title.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Well, last year was called Your Laughter Is Making Me Stronger.
Yes, and I've got a theme. I theme my shows around laughter.
In the hope there will be some.
But it's a terrible strategy because effectively I'm writing my own negative reviews. Like if someone doesn't like like the show, then there's a perfect, horrible criticism of my show in the title already.
Well, mine's called Why the Long Face, and I imagine that the reviews will be something
because
like,
of the show.
I had the long face. He's sad because his show sucked. That'd be the entire review. But you are coming to Melbourne next week for people in Melbourne. Where can they check you? I'm sure tickets are selling very quickly.
Yes.
Because you're at Max Watts this year.
I'm doing one show at Max Watts.
You're at Max Watts this year.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I stutter? That's what I said.
I mean, and I guess what I'm trying to say is you're technically correct, but it's very misleading.
But you're also at Basement Comedy Club.
No, that is incorrect. I mean, I
guess every venue?
No, I am doing lineup shows there, so technically that is correct. But
thank you.
But that's a bit of a wild.
So where are you doing the actual show?
The Vic Hotel.
Oh, the Victoria Hotel.
Yes, Victoria Hotel on Little Collins Street.
Yep.
Tickets are on. You can get it from the Melbourne Comedy Festival, or if you
Melbourne International.
Melbourne International Comedy Festival. The locals won't be able to
pop your manners back in. Yes, I know you're from NZ.
Yes, a lot of yes. So I should especially call it the International Comedy Festival.
It is very international to you, technically.
Incredibly, yes. I know a lot of locals are googling the Melbourne National Comedy Festival in the hopes
the Melbourne National Comedy Festival.
Hopes of avoiding any international acts.
That's right. I'm not a fan of the international acts at all. Yeah. But so you'll be at the Vic Hotel for the whole time?
Yes. Plus some extra shows.
At the Max Watts Hotel.
Watts for one night, yes. It's not a hotel. And then also...
You can stay there, I believe, if you... sleep in the rafters.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I guess because it does operate as a bar, so if
that's true.
If they don't catch you, you can. But my show at Max Watts is at 3 p.m. So you will, and on a Sunday, so you will.
It's a long way for you to stay.
Yeah, you'll have to be pretty elusive.
But with your landlord now being dead, will you be maybe sleeping at the venue?
Yes, If anyone else is staying at Max Watts, please let me know. I'd love to know any of the nooks and crannies.
Catch up.
I'll
you
be
always
there.
want to catch up. I reckon the guy that you met at the in North Melbourne, your new friend, might live in.
Oh, 100%.
Live in the roof.
That's the main reason why I'm doing this podcast is to try reach him again.
Try and reach him. Reach out.
As if I can get one ticket sale for this podcast,
and you simply will.
And
I'll say that much.
And I will say, doing confessions, I have gotten one ticket sale in Edinburgh.
Was that worth the trip?
I mean, it was to perform to that one person.
The hot crowd.
Yeah, it was very good.
So you're going all around this year. So Ray O'Leary will be travelling. You're going by bus?
You want to know how this way you get really into the nitty gritty.
I love it.
Are these the questions you normally ask your guests? Are you travelling by bus? You warned there was a quick fire secret.
This is really quick.
This is really quick.
Yeah, this is quick for me.
I mean, I'll in Melbourne. I'll take the tram
every day.
Even on the Monday where I have off,
just get it in.
I'll just get in.
Work out the route. Work a faster PB to get into the city.
Always want to beat my PT. That's right.
BB on PT.
I always want to beat my personal trainer. He will take another tram and we will race each other to the venue.
You'll get him one day, Ray.
Oh, thank you. But your tickets are, and for the Melbourne Comedy Festival, tickets are going very fast.
Yeah.
The opening week, there's a handful of tickets left, so and the other most of the tickets are gone at this stage.
My god. Well, get in quick if you want to see Ray O'Leary. If you want to see me, there are so many tickets left. If you want to go and see me, see Why the Long Face.
If you've already bought a ticket to me, maybe refund and buy one of Sammy's.
There's so many available. You can choose. Yeah, but I am playing a part.
Well,
the greatest part.
I didn't ask.
Okay,
I don't want you.
I'll be traveling.
I don't want you to plug your show. This is all.
Please, will you allow me just one plug?
Okay,
really quick. I'll be doing Why the Long Face, opening at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. I'll be doing 9 p.m. every goddamn night, and I can't believe it.
And I'm doing 6 p.m. So it's a perfect double feature.
Have a really big dinner in between.
Really big, really big.
Long
you
dinner.
Get a few courses.
That's right.
That's right.
Get the bus in.
You get the bus in. That's right.
It's so convenient to get the bus into the city.
Absolutely. Get your personal trainer on the other. Get them to bus in as well.
And
race each other.
Oh, this is great stuff.
Meet you at 6 p.m. at Little Collins Street.
Yeah.
I'll do my show. We'll go out for dinner. Big courses.
Big courses. It's going to be a very big. Probably go to St Kilda, get a nice dinner, come back.
We come back. Yeah,
we've got time. Yeah. And you got a marquee card?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. And I highly recommend that for everyone who's travelling by public transport.
If you're in Melbourne, absolutely, you need a market card.
They will catch you out.
How much are you topping up, or are you an automatic?
No, I top up manually. Normally, I top up.
Ask everybody these questions.
Yeah, this is really
interesting.
I would say no, not interesting. I'd say personal, and I say, how dare you ask me something like that?
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, I top up $50 at a time, just so that way I don't have to think.
Big spender.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's right.
I
take pretty fancy trams. So it's a big.
You take the better ones.
Yeah, and I sit at the front as well. So.
and talk to the driver the entire time. What sort of stuff do you say to the driver? How fast can this go?
Yeah, I say, busy night. When did you start? I do sort of the classics.
Uber chat. Yeah, right. It's really the nice stuff. Now, of course, have one more question, Ray.
Of course.
If that's okay.
Yes. Is it? Are you taking your show anywhere else?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It is.
Is it not the? Well, I was going to ask. I'll ask you. I'm giving you an opportunity to plug
absolutely.
again.
I'm going to Perth. I'm going to Brisbane.
Fantastic.
I'm going to Sydney. I'm going to Canberra. I'm trying to
amazing.
lock in a Hobart date as well.
Oh, Hobart. Yes, I was just there.
And boy, are your arms tied. I don't know, something like that.
That's my. Don't take my.
I was just there. It's not I flew. I just flew in. I was just there. And boy, are my arms tied. So do you still open with, you move the mics down the other way and you say, I'll just move Posh Spice the other way so you can see me. And then you go, I was just there.
Yeah,
and they go, where? I'm not sure.
I've updated the reference. That it used to be Karen Carpenter, but I was finding
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, that's right. I've updated it to Sabrina Carpenter, her daughter, and a more modern reference.
Famous your daughter. But if you want to follow you and find out all of the dates where you're coming, how do they look that up?
At Ray O'Leary Comedy, most social media platforms. We're talking Instagram, we're talking TikTok, we're talking Truth Social, Rumble,
You're
Substack.
a Truth Social. Yeah, Substack. You're a big Substacker?
I've got. I wouldn't say it's. It's not a blog, more of a manifesto is how I describe. Anyway, we don't have time to get
We don't have time to get into it. You want to read an excerpt
Yes.
of that. Now, I have some wonderful, wonderful people today that I've found on a gorgeous website called reddit.com.
I'll have to check it out.
You simply must. Once you get off Substack, you can check this out.
Yeah.
Now, I have some wonderful people that ask the question, Ray O'Leary, am I the arsehole?
I know. I'm a common user of the subreddit.
Oh, are you?
r/Jeopardy. I don't comment, but I like to.
You like to just check it out.
Yeah, see what other people are saying about today's episode of Jeopardy.
Today's episode of Jeopardy.
I should watch. I should watch the show.
One day I'll tune in.
Yeah.
Now we have the first person. Is David the arsehole? Am I the arsehole for not giving a fuck? I'm so sick of my brother.
Already, I want to say yes.
You think so? Yeah. Wait for the next sentence.
Callous,
really
indifferent attitude. That is naturally. That is what sort of being a bad person is not caring about
not
other
caring
people.
at all.
This is pretty
standard stuff.
Let's move on to the next one.
I'm so sick of my brother saying he needs a kidney.
No,
and then all in brackets, all in capitals. Sorry, it says, and in brackets, no further context.
Oh, no.
So that's all we get from David. Now, you summed it up pretty quickly. You said, yeah, you're probably an asshole. Do you think by the second sentence you would confirm that?
Well, actually, maybe this is controversial. I'm in two minds.
You hate kidneys.
I hate kidneys, so you should give up your kidney.
Is that how your landlord passed?
Yeah. He needed a kidney. He needed a kidney. And I was like, I already pay you rent. You cannot. He tried to hijack my rent up to one kidney. And I was like, okay, there's something going on. I am in two minds about it. Actually, great 30 Rock episode, Kidney Now.
Fantastic!
They do a whole benefit for one guy to get a kidney. But
did you read about it on Reddit, or have you seen the episode?
I've had it. I've had
it sent to you.
Wikipedia text to speech is how I watch.
That's a funny Wikipedia.
How
episode.
I watch most episodes of television now. There's just too much out there. Yeah.
There's some great stuff.
Yeah. But what's interesting is the fact that it's a kidney. Because kidneys are so important.
Oh, they can be.
I don't. Yeah, and so one of the biggest issues out there today is kidneys. But
take that, Oxfam.
But that's right. If only they gave us a kidney in the bag in the backstage.
One kidney,
a sopping wet bag, just blood dripping.
And you're still not giving it to your landlord. You just walk by really slowly with it. I'm not giving it to my landlord.
Put this on ice. But the thing is, a kidney is such a big thing to give.
Yeah,
that
it really is.
That it is.
Only give them to people you love, by the way.
Yeah, like not your brother.
Not your brother. Not your brother. Not my brother.
Right. So in some sense, it's somewhat defensible to not give a kidney because it's such a big ask. But at the same time, I do think, and this is hypocritical of me because I've not donated any organs, but more people do need to donate organs. And so this is your brother, and I don't think donating a kidney, like I've looked into this, I don't think it affects your lifespan that much.
No. Probably takes off like 20 years.
Yeah, only like 20, 25. And this guy doesn't.
Top 50.
Top 50. This guy doesn't have much to live for.
I don't think so. There's not a lot going on. It's an angry person. Might make him a bit calmer.
I mean, maybe he is actually quite busy because he didn't even have time to go in. Like, he had enough time to log into Reddit and submit that, but no time to give any details whatsoever. So maybe he does have a lot more going on.
Yeah, maybe. He's a business professional.
Yeah, but I would say this man is the bad guy in the situation.
Well, look, sadly, Reddit have disagreed with you in this instance. Reddit have said,
wait, does that mean I lose? How does does this?
No,
how
there's
does this
no
game
winning or
work?
losing here.
Okay.
Well, I guess coming on the podcast is a bit of a losing game for you tonight. You did turn down a gig for this. I'm going to a gig after this, and I do apologise.
You took my gig. I
took your gig.
I said, no, I have to do this podcast with
No, I
Sammy.
said I can make it Ray earlier. Is Sandy the asshole?
Wait, what is that? Did David post any more information?
No context.
Wow. And do you know the reason for why he was not the asshole?
No, he didn't go into it, and then he started deleting comments very quickly.
He started deleting comments?
Yeah.
I think I might be in the right. Okay. I feel like a lot of people were saying he was the bad guy, and then he was deleting them.
He was deleting the stuff. Yeah. No, this is what happens on Reddit.
Some kangaroo court. What is going on? I was correct.
Don't you dare say that about me. There is a kangaroo.
Sorry.
My kangaroo wine holder in front of me.
Sorry, I know that's a deeply racist statement of this country.
How dare you? It's like me saying a Kiwi corp.
How dare you?
Exactly. See, it's not so nice on the other foot, is it? No, you know how it feels. Yeah. No, but so Reddit.com, the wonderful website Reddit.com, that I'm a big fan of.
Yes, check out
You Simply Must. They always pretty much say, just if you want a hint on how to vote, they pretty much always say not the arsehole. Because they want to feel a little bit better about their own lives. Yes. That's why people go on there. Yes. Like myself.
Yeah, and the other thing is it is pretty hard to find the main character of the story and go like, oh, by the way, you were the dickhead.
Yeah, you were the dickhead in every situation. Yeah. Is Sandy the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my husband he cannot kiss me or show me any kind of affection to me in public?
Oh.
He is embarrassing to be around. He dances constantly, and I hate it.
Did you say he dances?
He dances constantly, and I hate it. I tell him he needs to leave me alone constantly, but guess what? He doesn't. You would have guessed that. I would have guessed that too. I ask him to not kiss me ever in public or even show we're together. He got upset the other day, and I said, get over it, baby. Am I the arsehole? It's a hard one as well, isn't it?
That does
you
feel
and
like
your Kiwi court, so it's not nice, is it?
Yeah, but the issue is you've said Reddit always sides with the person, but this woman again, she's coming off. So also
she's coming off strong.
The statement about dancing seems to have nothing to do with anything else.
No, like it's all about kissing.
And he just dances in public a lot.
I think it sounds nice. What's the purpose? I love just not having any context around that at all. Yeah, he just dances. Oh, okay. Why?
Surely you would have known he was dancing in public before you got married.
Once a dancer, always a dancer. That's what I always say. You stole that from me. I usually say that.
But it's not. No, you did. But you just said it just now.
No, I've always said it.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. But you stole it from me.
But surely you don't just start suddenly dancing late in life and dancing all the time, just constantly
not
moving.
All the time. I started dancing all the time later in life. I never danced all the time before that.
Never does once.
Not all the time, not once. I think he's always done it. He's always been a mover and a shaker.
Yeah, and the severe level of affection. I understand not wanting that much PDA. That I think is fear. Yeah. I think when she says, I don't want people to think we're even together.
Isn't that horrible? Just pushing an arm out every time they're together.
We need to travel in separate cars. We need to ride separately.
Get your bus in. Get your own bus in. I'm not going on your bus. You take the one come behind. It's 20 minutes away.
I'm sitting up the front with the driver.
I've got several things to ask the driver. How was your night? As a single woman, I'm asking you, how was your night? A very single woman, actually. Yes, you're saying the asshole again.
I think she's the villain of the story.
Well, we got. Of course, Reddit have said not the asshole.
Oh, come!
I gave you a hint.
I know.
I'm trying to help you out.
The other thing about the names. Well, I guess Sandy is unisex, right?
Unisex.
Oh no, then as a husband. Oh, anyway,
didn't happen for me much when I went to uni.
My presumption is.
I'll just move Spice back in the way so you can't see me.
Let's expunge that from the record.
I never went to uni. So.
But also, my understanding is that people think Reddit is a somewhat misogynistic place, and then I was hoping if maybe they'd vote against her, out of sexism, out of deference to the man. But again, the patriarchy has let me down.
That sentence has never been uttered before. The patriarchy is always strong.
The patriarchy.
People always say that. Yeah. God, the patriarchy is good.
Yeah, look at me. Look at my career. The patriarchy has done wonderful things.
Now, I've got the next one that might be related to Sandy.
Yeah.
Is James the arsehole? Am I the arsehole for dancing? Recently at a funeral of my friend's dad, and the mood was basic and really down. I tried to make it light by dancing and having fun. Everyone said I was an arsehole during the service for dancing and clapping. Do you think I am?
clapping.
Now, why
Clapping.
isn't someone allowed to dance, Ray?
I
I'm
assume-
always asking.
Yeah, that's true. You always say once a dancer, always a dancer. But the clapping presumably happened while
dancing. Maybe they didn't clap themselves.
Yeah.
An inward clap after every dance. Well, no one else was.
Yes, well,
They're all mourning.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, yeah, maybe someone, gave a eulogy or someone finished a Bible passage.
Oh, great,
And then
yeah.
they were just like, oh, no one else.
Stop for 1 second. Stop your dancing for 1 second. Do you think, if the mood is basic
Yeah.
at a funeral, do you think you have every right to dance?
I was so confused by that statement. The mood is basic. I don't even know what it would mean for them. I was thinking, they're having, soy lattes or something like that. They're very
Very
bland
Melbourne.
opinions. They put on an episode of Big Bang Theory or something.
Watching an episode of Big Bang Theory,
During-
drinking a soy latte and dancing. How
During-
basic can you get? Now that is
But,
basic behavior.
I'm just trying to think, like you put on a hymn, like everyone starts singing, my
Yeah.
my Lord is my shepherd, and then
Oh, that's a
you
beautiful
start you start getting up.
doing the worm.
They start doing ray guns
And
out
then
the front.
clapping, Ray guns out the front doing the kangaroo. I can say it.
Oh yes, no, the Kiwi.
The Kiwi.
Yeah.
She's doing the Kiwi. Yeah, do you think in a situation like this you can be a good person? Like, do you think there's any way that you can reframe this?
Is there any way you could dance at a funeral
And be a good person.
if you were asked to?
Sure, sure.
That is the
And
only,
if other people are dancing, maybe?
flash
Flash mob?
So a flash mob. I'm just trying to think of a situation where one person has started dancing at a funeral uninvited, and then more and more people join them. That doesn't. It's hard. It's hard. Like
Conga.
there is a conga.
At a funeral.
Everyone's doing the muckery.
Join up, come on.
Yeah.
By myself again. One man conga line.
Granddad always loved Gangnam Style.
Actually true. He loves Psy.
And at what point, at what point during the funeral does it become dancing on their grave?
That's right, that's right. At what point in a funeral can't you do the stanky leg?
Yeah. I think this person, they are the villain. Have I been saying that every
You
time?
have been saying it, and it's not villain, it's the asshole. That's the other thing.
Not the villain.
Not the villain. Am I the villain? Of course, in this situation, Reddit have said not the
What?
asshole.
Are you sure?
I am absolutely
Are
positive.
you sure?
I've got no reason to lie to you on this podcast.
I think to make me look bad.
That's interesting.
Now I feel like I should just.
I think you actually seem like a better person for disagreeing with them, to be
I
honest.
feel like I should flip and just pick the.
Flip the script.
Yeah, flip the script and just pick.
Hey, rip it up. Rip up that
and
script,
pick
baby doll.
villain next time.
Pick
Just-
villain.
just be-
Well, okay, we've got one more.
what was the reasoning that dancing was okay at a
Is
funeral?
no reasoning there. You don't need it. It's on Reddit. Is Josie the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling a woman her baby is not a miracle? 25F here.
This is an infuriating podcast, by the way.
Thank you for saying that. Can I use that as a pull quote?
Is absolutely. You invite me on. I make.
How dare you?
I cast.
You
judgment.
cancelled a gig to come
I
here.
cancel a gig to come here.
Yeah.
I cast judgments on these people.
Yeah.
Then you tell me
And I
I'm
say,
wrong.
I'll do this,
And then
bow.
and you refuse to in any way elaborate why I am in the wrong. It's so infuriating. And I just have to trust you.
Can I say? I take everything as a compliment, so thank you.
And also, you've been on your phone the entire time.
Thank you. I'm just texting. I'm making these up as I'm texting people. Ray is infuriating me tonight. He's angry tonight. My baby's half brother,
So, baby's not a miracle.
but baby half brother, I think, was born a few months ago. My stepmother has baby fever right now,
Oh no, that's
She's unwell.
Yeah, get into the hospital.
and is arranging mummy and baby events at the house when she keeps inviting over mums and babies around. I think you just invite the mums around. I don't think you need to also invite the babies.
And if the baby's free,
If the baby's free. I didn't invite the baby. I don't care.
I didn't bring the baby because you didn't invite him.
You didn't
Yeah, so-
invite him. He
feels-
needs a formal
Yeah,
invitation. He was actually quite hurt.
Yeah, it was definitely hurt.
You didn't text him too on the baby monitor. I don't know how babies work. I don't care. They can do it as long as they don't bother me. She usually wants me to help with prep and clean, which I don't want to do. It's not my problem. They're not my guests. Anyway, this last weekend, there was this woman and a baby, and she was going around showing the baby to everyone and asking them, is she not a miracle? And honestly, it was obnoxious. But I wasn't rude and didn't say anything until I was getting out to see my friends, all done up nice.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah,
That's awesome.
By the way, I look good.
By the way, I look good. P.S. This is important to the story.
Implication: this other woman was an
Awful.
ugly,
Awful.
absolute ugly.
Real dog. And she stopped me and asked, is she not a miracle? And offered me the chance to hold the baby. I said, fuck off.
What? What? Wait, what?
You want an answer? You want an honest answer to that? And she said yes.
Oh, no.
I think once someone tells you to fuck off, you don't ask for the honest answer.
I love
fuck
it.
off.
Okay. Finally, someone willing to give it to me straight. All these yes men at this baby shower.
And she said yes. So I said no. Oh. Tens of thousands of them made every day. It's the furthest thing from a miracle. She was annoyed and said I was short-sighted and rude. Oh. I didn't say anything and just left. Looking good, though.
Looking good.
Later that night, my stepmother and dad told me I was rude to their guest, and I should have reassured her that her child is special because she is special to her. I don't think so. I honestly don't care. But they want me to call her to apologise. And I don't see why I should. I didn't do anything wrong. Oh. She was the one who stopped me in my tracks when I was trying to go out and asked me a question. How rude is that?
That's not that rude. That's not that. That's really such...
Actually asking a question, making conversation.
That's really one of the smallest impositions I've ever heard of in my life.
And I offered to bow out, but she wanted an honest answer, so I gave it. Am I the arsehole? Now, Ray O'Leary, I know you hate this podcast, but what do you think in this situation?
Yeah, I'm mad I'm here. She sounds like one of those people. I grew up with them, and you must have met some of the high school...
Cool people.
Yeah, cool people. Yeah, I saw that from afar. I would watch, but...
Always watching.
But no, the kinds of people who are... I wasn't being mean, I was just being honest.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you can't handle my honesty.
Yes, and they're like as if truth is a defense of
their actions.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
It's
infuriating. That's what this person sounds like to me.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely horrible. But to go back, the issue is, though, technically they are correct. I assume you're familiar with David Hume. Well, I was going to say the Scottish Enlightenment philosopher David Hume's work. David Hughes's work on miracle. David Hume's work on miracles and David Hughes's work on snakes alive.
Some of the great stuff. I do not know David Hume's
work on miracles. Well, anyway, the point is he provides a very compelling argument that there's, by definition, there's just no such thing as miracles. Anyway, so technically, I would argue she is correct that there is no such thing as miracles. The baby is obviously not a miracle. Everyone has babies all the time, but obviously that's not what that woman meant. The woman was like, "My baby looks cute," or
love my baby.
Come on. There's an element, and what's worse, she's clearly the bad person in the story. But what's worse is I know you're going to pick up that phone. And everyone on Reddit's going to say, well, she did ask you, as if that's a defense. Like, if someone, goes, hey, by the way, do I look really fat and ugly and obese, and am I upsetting to be around? And you go, oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. So,
first you say, fuck off. And then you say, did you want my honest answer? First, I'm furious.
Yeah, I'm actually going out the door right now.
Yeah.
So
how dare you?
You got a lot of nerve.
And I look nice? Tell me I look nice.
Can't you see I'm about to go sit at the front of the tram? Have a riveting conversation with the Uber driver.
Ask how their night was. What time did you start? What time are you knocking off? Is it always this busy? What's the busiest time of the day?
Always this busy. Is it always this busy?
Is there always this old woman that wants me to stand up for her on this tram? I'm sitting down. I've got my packed lunch.
Yeah, I love how these seats are different colours. Love that.
I love that. Who did that?
Who did that?
Who did that? Is that the Premier? Who did that?
Dan Andrews.
Can I speak to Dan Andrews?
Do you know Dan Andrews?
The dictator.
That's
what we call him.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the Howard government.
Yeah. Yes, we had Vaxcinder. That was our one.
Vaxcinder. Parsons. That's her last name, isn't it?
Which one? Jacinda Parsons? Who's that?
That's my friend.
Oh, I'd love to meet her. I'd love to.
I just want to tell you about.
She sounds great.
She's a lady on the ABC.
Oh, really? What's she up to at the moment?
At the moment, I think she's busy. She had a gig and she wouldn't cancel it, so we couldn't do the podcast.
Oh, so I'm in her place. You wish you'd...
I look at comedy lineups regularly, and I see who's on, and then I go, "Can you come and do my podcast?"
Who's willing to bend the knee and cancel?
They're like, "It's in Sydney." Well, I asked a question. I asked a question. Do you want to be booked or not?
Yeah, and I'm out the door on the way to this gig.
I could sell one ticket for you in Edinburgh this year. This year. You want to come? You want to come on my podcast or not? Ray O'Leary, you're of course saying she's the arsehole. I didn't even need to pick up my phone to tell you. The villain. Of course, I'm not going to even pick up my phone to tell you that Reddit said not.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
Hey, come on. Look, she asked if she wanted an honest opinion.
Yeah.
She said, "I'm going out."
Are these all the arguments in her favour?
These are probably the
Yeah,
arguments in her
because it is genuinely, but that is
Yeah.
like a complete misunderstanding of how social situations work. Where like,
Yeah.
just because someone asks you a question doesn't mean it gives you full license to be completely honest with them.
Never be honest is actually the
Yes,
takeaway.
always
from this
lie.
today.
Always lie, especially in situations where you stand to gain nothing.
That's actually true. Now, Ray O'Leary,
Yes.
where do people find you this year? If they want to go and see our good friend, my best friend, Ray O'Leary, where are they going to go and check that out?
Well, at Ray O'Leary Comedy on all the social medias. I've got a livenation.com.au search up Ray
great
O'Leary.
website.
It is it should
One of
be
the great ones.
Make it your homepage, and I will see you.
Favourite it?
Yeah, absolutely favorite it. Bookmark it.
Whatever you got to do.
Send it in a chainmail. Tell people that if they don't forward it to 10 people, they'll die.
That's actually beautiful.
Yeah, and just get the word out. And like I said, yes, I'm going to be all over Gold Coast, Canberra.
He's going everywhere.
Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Adelaide, returning to Adelaide.
This is huge.
In a very big room, so please come to that.
Oh, fantastic, because you sold so many tickets at this Adelaide Fringe Festival.
Yes, Adelaide Fringe, yes. And what I'm hoping is there are still more people in Adelaide, but currently, remains to be seen. But please, that's in June.
You'd love to perform for them.
Yes, I would love to. Auckland, Wellington, and there may even be some United Kingdom dates coming out.
Oh, little tease.
little
And I'm
tease.
performing too.
Yes, and Sam.
Is that okay to say that?
Yes. I mean, I judge you the villain of this podcast.
That's okay to say. Thank you for coming on the podcast that you hate. It was lovely to finally meet you, and I wish you the best.
I never want to see you again.
Good night, Australia.
Good night, Australia.
You ready if I go into some quick fire confessions?
Yes,
You ready for that?
absolutely. Yes.
Ready for this? Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Oh.
Boom, boom, boom. That's the new theme song. Oh, welcome to Quick Fire Confessions. I'm joined by Ray O'Leary. Hello, Ray O'Leary.
Hello, Ray. No, that's me.
That's you. Yeah, you don't just repeat everything back to me the whole time. Or are you being a goddamn bully? Is that what you're being right now?
Oh, you mean a goddamn bully?
Oh, my
yeah,
God. I can't handle that, so I'm going to get my big dog out.
Oh, no. That's quite a big dog.
Diggs, you reckon?
Diggs. Yeah, I would say... It goes Clifford number one.
Oh, Clifford's huge, the big red dog. You seen that film? It's a funny film.
Very funny film. You think the dog can't get bigger, but minute by minute the dog grows.
Yeah, you just wait.
But yeah, the dog's got a tumour, so that's why.
Oh, is that why? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Diggs hasn't got a tumour.
No.
Say it.
No,
Say
I
it to
can't.
me.
I can't say it. I
Actually,
can't say it.
confirm or deny. Until I see some proof, I can't confirm or deny. Now, of course, you are a big Clifford fan. Any other cartoon
James
characters?
Clifford, the philosopher who wrote about
Yeah.
epistemic bravery.
Are
Anyway,
you a Garfield guy?
Because my mum once got me a Garfield mug, thinking, Garfield, what a funny character.
Very funny
My son will
character.
like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, the Garfield comic strips are just dreadful.
Oh,
and,
you're a critique from an early age.
yes, yeah, I was always a Dilbert guy. And,
I'm more of a Dilbert guy myself.
I was born.
Dilbert is fucking funny.
Born in a grey suit.
Yeah.
It was my.
Oh, you were, weren't you?
That was my speed, Dilbert, and then after that, my mum, almost out of spite, has started getting me Garfield cups sort of for every Christmas.
Yeah,
and so now
right.
I own quite a lot of Garfield themed mugs.
As is your want.
As is my want, as is my desire.
As is your desire. When did you start performing in a suit, Ray O'Leary? Were you always wearing a suit on stage? Did you feel like you wanted to look sharper on stage? What was the thought process?
It was December. So 3 months in is when I very first put on the suit. It was for an awards night in Wellington.
Oh, great, yep.
So it was a comedy awards. They used to get newbies to perform, and I was one of the newbies, and I performed in a suit because everyone had dressed up.
Yep.
And then after that, one guy who no longer does comedy anymore said, that suit suits you. And I was like, all right, yeah, I'll just wear this forever for the rest of my life, and I'll just never change. And when I said that I wasn't predicting that I would go to places that could be 40 degrees in heat, I was not aware that there was a possible.
Have you ever broken it? Like if you're not doing like a full show, or you're just doing a very small gig where you don't need to kind of be full showbiz, and I know you usually are full showbiz.
Mr. Show Business himself.
Show business himself.
Mr. Show Business himself.
Off New Zealand, I will
That's
say
right.
that. Off
Thank
New
you.
Zealand.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Rove Live is our Mr. Show Business.
Yes,
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
But yeah, so if you're going to a small gig and it's like backpackers and it's on a
Yeah, so like we're talking 500, 600 people.
Sorry, for a small gig for you, 500 to 600
it's
people.
the O2.
It's just the O2. Just ain't nothing but a thing. If it ain't nothing but a thing, are you still suiting up and looking sharp?
So not every gig is what I'll say.
Right,
so
right,
there are people, you may have caught me not wearing a suit.
Oh, okay. A little bit of sizzle for us.
Yeah, that's
Send
right.
in some
a little bit of
photos.
sizzle. If you're persistent enough, if you're if you're active enough in the audience of the open mic scene,
If you love the open mic scene,
in
if you
Australasia,
love some terrible gigs,
if you love some of the worst gigs of your life, I will show up and I will not be suited.
I will be there.
Oh, yes.
I can't wait to do one of them, one of my own tonight.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just but the reasoning. No, well, the reasoning is in part. Basically, no, I won't get into it. It's boring.
You can get into it.
Okay, all right. It's an element. No, I won't get into it. I'm going to keep some things to myself. You'll do the audience.
Okay.
So I don't want it appearing on my Wikipedia page.
Oh, this is interesting. Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, these people who are listening maintain your
but
Wikipedia.
I'm going to tell you off. I'm going to tell you. It's not a secret. It's not a secret
pod.
from you. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, wow.
It's going off pod.
You won't tell Diggs, but you'll tell me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's going off pod, and I'll go into a separate room away from the dog.
Now, Ray O'Leary, you're touring at the moment,
Yes.
so you'll be coming all around Australia and New Zealand as well.
Yes.
How do people find exactly where you're coming? You've got Instagram.com.
I have. You go to Instagram.com, TikTok.org.
.org.
You've got truthsocial.gov.
.gov. Jinx.
But yes, go if you go search up my social media, Ray O'Leary Comedy on all platforms, and also livenation.com.au.
It's a great website.
Yeah,
Managed by Beck Sutherland from Jubilee Management.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, look her up,
Jubilee
find her address, dox her, absolutely
She
ruin
used
her
to work
life.
for Live Nation.
Yes, she did.
Look it up, look
and
this stuff up.
Yes, she did. I
She
think
used to manage Fiona Lachlan.
I believe so. Yes.
I believe so.
I think that stuff is publicly available information.
If you want to go and look it up.
Yeah, but,
absolutely. It's all there.
You can, her emails are on public. Anyway, the point is, it's a very inefficient way of finding out where I'm performing to email her. You can just go to livenation.com.au and search Ray O'Leary.
It's all there.
Yeah, you don't need to email her.
Not every gig.
Yeah, not every
Is
gig.
Ray performing tonight? Imagine that. Email
Is he
coming
wearing
through.
the suit or how big's the gig?
If he's not.
Yeah.
If it's below 500, maybe not.
Yes, but some persistent fans. Actually, there was one guy who I saw him. He liked all my reels on Instagram.
Yeah.
and then he emailed Beck and my manager and said, "Could Ray please come to Indiana in
course he
America?"
can.
Yeah, and she said yes, absolutely. He's on the next flight. And
No details required. She's not a great manager. No details required.
I was in the overhead
Doesn't know
locker.
the fee.
I was in one of those pet carriers, and I'm zooming into the podcast.
We're running
now.
to the airport now.
No, and then which is so people have tried to contact her to get it, and then but the galling thing about that is that the guy who had liked all my reels and wanted me to fly out to Indiana did not follow me on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Which I felt was very. I was like, that's so much easier than emailing my manager.
There are other ways.
I try to coordinate a tour with her.
That's so funny. Well, I'm going to ask you the question today: that should these people confess?
Okay.
Cassie confesses. Husband and I.
Thank you for writing in.
Thank you for writing in, Cassie. Husband and I recorded ourselves having sex, thinking it would be a nice way to get in the mood later. It's the funniest thing we've ever seen, and we watch it at least once a week and laugh till we cry. I accidentally airdropped it, I think, to my neighbour the other day. What should I do? Do you think she should be confessing and confronting the neighbour?
That's
I think you probably leave it.
I think you do leave
Yeah, I
it.
think
You
you probably
ignore it.
leave
You
it,
absolutely
yeah.
do not tell your neighbour. The only thing I could think of is like, what if your neighbour passes it on to someone else?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that's the only thing.
But I feel like it almost goes without saying, like, please don't pass.
Please don't.
But
Just send a text.
But if you're the neighbour, maybe you're like, oh, maybe that must be you dropping it to everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
And they go, I agree, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. What a huge thing to say.
Why did you
This
say-
is one of the funniest things I've ever
why did you send me the blooper reel of your sex tape?
Can I say this? It's hilarious. It's one of the best things I've ever seen. When are you on tour? That's what they're saying. When aren't you on tour? What about this one? Jessie confesses, I dread walking into a stinky loo at work because I'm too polite to turn around, but also get absolute fear that anyone waiting will think the stink is me.
Oh, very relatable.
Very relatable stuff. But you don't need to worry about that. Everyone goes through stuff like that. You don't need to. You certainly
So
don't need
true.
to
So
tell anyone about this.
I think you can
That wasn't me.
develop enough confidence to walk out of the stall
Oh,
immediately.
wow. Yeah.
I mean, you must do that all the time. Like
I always walk out of stalls confidently.
Yeah,
Thank you for asking.
they're confident.
Very.
I always, all the time, I'm just like, you have a peer in. I always try to think of what's the cubicle that's least likely to be used. So you never want to go to the one on the far end. I always go to the one I feel like second or third to last is going to be least,
That's so smart.
I think about
You're always thinking.
I'm always thinking.
You're a thinker man.
I'm 2 steps ahead.
I'm always 2 steps ahead. You're up early because your competitors are sleeping.
Oh,
You're
is that a
working. You're
saying?
shitting.
Is that a saying? I was
You're
gonna say to
shitting while your
get the
enemies
early-
are sleeping.
early work.
Something like that. Mark confesses, 2 years ago, I grew tired of comments about me driving a Nazi car. So I sold my VW Jetta and bought a Tesla. What do I do? That's a bad time. That's bad timing, isn't it?
No.
No.
What you want to do is you want to get that Dukes of Hazzard car with the Confederate flag on the top.
That's the only advice.
That's the only advice to give.
David confesses.
Oh, well, we moved on. Wow.
Do you have more feedback that you want to give to that person?
Yeah, Nazis are cool, so don't worry.
You're always saying that. That's my soundbite for the podcast.
Yeah, please do not cut that out, please. That was ironic.
I was being ironic.
Please. I thought it was funny in context.
I need this.
I'm already doing the apology
out of context.
now. I'm going to get out
my... Do a notes app apology?
Yeah,
David confesses, previous owners of our house were nasty. Took the central heating remote. Oi, you're obsessed with Nazis. Heating remote and lied about us to the neighbours. We see her most days outside the same school our kid goes to. She keeps getting parking fines sent to our address. One's up to £190 now. Ooh. I put the letters on the log burner.
Oh.
So getting back at her in that way.
Oh, so she's...
I don't know about that.
So, holy moly.
That's rude, isn't it?
Well, so what's the issue? Wait, so she used to live in the house?
She used to live in the house and she was quite rude to them, I think. Quite rude.
But how is she being rude to them about the neighbours if she doesn't live there anymore? So she's showing up to the house and she's returning to the property and then telling the neighbours that she don't like
I think it's a pretty weird situation.
I was better than them, right? I was
way better than them. Yeah, rocking up. Did you like living next to me more or them?
That's like a classic stand-up comedy thing. Like when your friends come to the show, you're like, oh, who you like the most?
Or go, last night was way better.
Yes, I
always lead with that.
Yeah, I always make sure to let my friends know that they missed out on amazing. Your presence actively ruined the gig.
Last night was amazing.
But then you came and you made it a real dud.
All filler, no killer. Adam confesses, electrician here, if a customer tries haggling the price or doesn't offer me a cuppa, I leave the loft light on if I have to go up there. Little wins for me.
What's a loft light?
A loft light, just a light upstairs that they won't see, I guess. A little tucked away light.
Oh.
You shouldn't be doing stuff like that.
I don't know.
Isn't that rude?
Yeah, it is rude. I mean, he probably shouldn't be doing it, but I don't know. I just feel like part of the builder's code is you get a cup of coffee from the...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I always make people cups of tea, even when they're in different apartments.
No, you did offer me a drink.
I did. I said one drink.
You did say one drink.
I gave you a drink token, and you could bring it up to me at any point.
A comic once told me that they were doing a gig, and so at comedy shows you often get offered at least one free drink.
At least.
I know. Must be nice. But they were offered one free drink, and the guy said, what do you want to drink to one of the comics? And the comic said, no, can I just get the cash equivalent?
Oh, wow. I love that. $7.
Not really how it works.
You get $7.
I
love that. Can I get the equivalent?
$5.50 out of the till or whatever.
Beth confesses, as a child, I used to enjoy putting random items in unattended trolleys in the supermarket. I've started doing this again, aged 40, and the thrill remains as exhilarating as ever. What do you think about that?
Absolutely fine. Totally harmless. I
think that's fun. It's a fun prank, isn't it?
Yes, there's a New Zealand's version of Hamish and Andy. They were called
Ant and Dec.
Ant and Dec, that's right.
Famous New Zealand Ant and Dec.
No, they were called Jono and Ben.
Okay.
And yeah, they were. And
I don't believe it. But
they were. They were. I don't know why you'd guess that.
It's a silly thing to say.
But they would do one of their most popular pranks was they went to a supermarket and they had a competition to see who could put the most items in other people's supermarket trolleys, and it's huge. It's funny. It's funny.
It's funny. And spoilers. Yeah. Who was it?
It was Jono.
That's so good.
But I don't know what happens when they get to.
What happens when you win? Who does win? No one.
No, but if you get to the check, I know what I want from the checkout. It's fine if someone put something random.
You're confident.
Yeah, I'm confident. I'm being like, I didn't put this rotisserie chicken in.
Didn't buy this kindling.
Why is there a big dog food sausage roll? I think this.
Well, Diggs is with you. He's shopping with you. He's always shopping with you. Ray, thank you so much for joining me on Quickfire Confessions. People can come and see you this year. Yes. If people want to come and see you, what are they going to see? They're going to see a man in a suit?
Yeah, they'll see a man in a suit. They'll see a man out of a suit. I'll completely job. I get dressed on stage. Saves time. And it's like how some people, they go to the toilet during work. We can't do that at our job. But so I save time. I get dressed in a
50-minute show.
In a 50-minute.
Ray Leary, thank you so much for doing me on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good night, Australia.
No, stay up.